Hello there everyone, this is Alex from Hardcorian Guides, bringing you my guide for Batman Arkham Asylum on hard difficulty, and today we are not actually gonna go fight Poison Ivy. I guess I just misthought or misunderstood what I was going to do, but turns out that it was just like a cutscene thing, and that's pretty much practically just about it. So this whole first scene is pretty much just kind of worthless, except for the fact that I get the trophy and I get the teeth. But I got the teeth last time I did this, and apparently the game did not, well, it didn't decide to, actually save that as a checkpoint, so, yeah. Here I thought that, I was going to get straight into the boss fight, but I think she's like, God, she's like a while later, because I completely forgot about the pods being here, and I actually end up getting lost in this first part, and granted, yeah, I could have cut it out, but I was like, fuck it, because... Well, we get a fight right here, and I was like, I gotta leave that in, of course, and this was quite the difficult fight, to be honest, because like the more enemies there are, it just feels like to me that it just tends to be a little bit harder to take care of, because like you've got so many dudes around that I get so mixed up, and practically I just kind of fucked myself over on that one. Well, thing is, like, only like one person can attack you at like one time, so it's not necessarily a big deal. Well, excluding the Titans. The Titans are kind of different. Like, for the most part, they can attack you, like, two at a time. Well, no, I think, God, I don't know how it really works. Because it seems like, to me, like, the most basic enemies, even with, like, pipes and stuff, tend to attack one at a time for some strange reason. Instead of, like, trying to group up and gang up on Batman, they decided just to go ahead and just run in there straight away, and I don't even know. God damn. Man, it's weird, like, I've been doing this recording thing for, like, how many years now? Like, forever. And for some strange reason, like, I'm still out of breath. I still feel like I'm out of breath from just talking. This is fucking ridiculous. I don't know what the deal is. Like, every, like, few seconds I have to, like, breathe, and it's just like, it's like, I remember for like the longest time, when I used to do my older, YouTube videos, which I might come back with doing. Maybe. I've been thinking about it lately. Been thinking about going back to my main channel for a bit. I mean, this will still keep going. It's just that my main focus will be my main channel, of course. And, it's crazy. Like, I used to be so good at doing, like, commentary and stuff, and then all of a sudden now it's just like I'm complete utter ass. Like, every time I get up in the morning, I'm like, I got this. I can do a commentary real quick. My throat starts to get scratchy because I got fucking mucus stuck in it. Even if I cough it all out, beforehand, it just gets fucking stuck in there. And then, like right now, like my nose is getting all freaking like stuffy and shit, and I'm having problems breathing in this fucking room. That's, wow. That's the room, like, now it's starting to become kind of winter time, so it's fall time, actually, I have to say, so it's a little bit better and easier to breathe in this room than it is the summertime. That's what people don't seem to understand, is when you have to do a video, you can't necessarily have the fan on, because, like, you'll pick up, well, you can, but it would be, quote-unquote unprofessional, so that's why I don't do it. Thing is, like, it's funny when people think, like, he's fine in there, he's fine in that room. Well, I'm fucking dying in this room. This is why air conditioning exists, assholes, okay? It's because, I need this kind of shit on, so that way I can actually fucking breathe in this fucking room while I record. Now, there have been many reasons why I stopped doing, YouTube videos for a while, or just stopped doing them so often, is because I have to live with these people for some time, a certain amount of time. I have left because there's like some stupid financial shit that they got going on, I guess, or something like that. So even though for like freaking years, it's just been feeling like I just need to get the hell out of here. I yawn there because I'm kind of tired. I'm not really bored. That was just like a random yawn. I was scratching my back and it felt kind of nice. I don't know, like, it's weird, like, whenever I'm doing these Batman videos, I feel so calm and just random as fuck. Like, I feel like I can actually now be unprofessional with these videos and just not give two shits. Because, like, Look at this. This is a freaking Batman. Does anybody really need a guide for Batman Arkham Asylum? I mean, commentary-wise, like, if you need a guide to see where to go, or maybe even, you know, figure out a good strategy trick or something like that, then yeah, that's fine. But you can still watch the video for it. Unless you're, like, blind or something, then, well, I can't necessarily help you there. Funny thing about that part right there is I actually... Did I die here? I hope not. I swear to God if I did. No, I don't remember if I died there or not. I did die in that. I've died twice on that part earlier. The first time I did, I ran in there and I jumped straight into the water, thinking that, you know, oh, it's... Even if I land inside the water, it's not going to kill me. It's only going to do, like, a little bit of damage, and then I'll get out. No. No, it's not that. Thing is, like, I died, and then the second time I went down there, one of the guys punched me in the face, and then he knocked me into the water and killed me. And I was like, fuck that shit. Now, a fun little trick that you can do to kind of just... Well, you always want to kind of make room on gargoyles because you never know who's going to come on. You know, you never know who's going to be around there. And, you know, like, when enemies disperse, like, you can always just head right back and, you know, pick up another guy in the same spot. So just, like, whenever you hang somebody off of a gargoyle, make sure you knock them down, like, the instant after. Well, not... It doesn't have to be the instant after. It just has to be, like, sometime around then, you know, you can always just, like, knock them down. Either when people are there, because, like, if you knock them down when somebody's there, they're going to freak out and they're going to disperse. Now, if you knock them down when they're not there, they typically will just probably just, like, sometimes they don't really notice it. Sometimes they do. Depends. Like, you know, it's just a fun little detail that you can do. Let's see. I think this might be... That's the last guy. Yeah, that's right. I didn't die. Alright. Well, I'd be damned then. You know, the funny thing is, like, it's funny because I talk about him a lot, but Big Benedict actually inspired me to do videos like this. To do, you know, guide videos and what have you. But it's funny because, like, he's a professional, non-professional himself. And for a while there, I didn't like his content because he came off as kind of, like, bitchy. Because he had this deal going on. Hang on. He had this deal going on where, like, freaking he wanted to get money, right? He wanted to get, like, donations and shit. And I can understand why people want donations, but he really, really, really just wanted money. Like, he kept selling off his consoles and he kept buying consoles, and now he's, like, basically a PC elitist, which is unfortunate. I fucking don't like PC elitists at all. Trust me, I've met one before, and they're fucking atrocious. Well, anyway, like, freaking now he's kind of like a PC. I still kind of watch him every once in a while, because he doesn't really talk about that shit much. And now he actually seems more... He seems more open and very more... seems more happier. Even if he's just faking it. Like, he seems like he's actually enjoying himself a little bit more than what he used to. And, you know, like, you guys are probably thinking, like, you know, Alex, you had so much fun, you know, doing those videos back then. You know, like, do you still have fun doing videos now? Well, some cases, yes. Depends on the video. Like, if I wasn't having fun with doing this, you guys would know. You guys would definitely know straight away. You can tell, because, like, my voice changes tone quite often, you know, and my voice is very fluctuant, and I blame it on the fact that I'm so talkative and loud and just trying to be that one guy, you know, who's kind of the center of attention. Except it's funny because even though I want to be the center of attention in most predicaments, I'm very kind of like I'm very isolated and kept to myself at, like, groups and parties and stuff like that. And some people mistake it with me being shy. I'm not shy. If I'm quiet, it's because I hate you. That's it. Yeah, that's simply the reason. Or I think you're cute. It's one of the two things. Either I fucking hate your guts, or I think you're really cute. And unfortunately for me, I've practically just kind of given... Oh, that reminds me of, like, this dream I had. Oh, God. It was fucking... No, it was horrible. So... I don't want to talk about this person particularly, because I don't want them coming and, like, finding out where I am and commenting on my videos and telling me I'm a piece of shit. Well, anyway, you know, they're basically what happened in this dream was, I guess I wasn't really going out with anybody, but I guess I had like this girlfriend or something, or some kind of like girl I was talking to, and she chased me around. And this didn't happen in real life. I'm just saying like what happened in my dream. Well, she chased me around with like a gun or whatever, and she's like, "You fucking broke up with me, or you're breaking up with me, or something like that." And she's like trying to kill me, and it's fucking weird. Like, why did that all of a sudden just come up as like just a thought? I have no idea, but it did. It was fucking crazy. The thing is, like, I've had past experiences with women before, and none of them turned out to be really that good. It's like I've had girls come up to me. Like, I had one girl one time. This was back in school. Oh god, we're really gonna talk about this now. She was some black chick, and she was pretty cute. I thought she was attractive. I'd fuck her. Simple enough. Why am I talking about my Batman guide? I have no fucking clue. But you know what? This is freaking Batman Arkham Asylum. Who really gives a shit, right? Oh, also, I forgot a trophy over here, by the way. Don't know how I did it. Anyway, so like one day she comes up to me. Well, we're like working in a group or whatever, and we're working with basically this kid that I like to call Cartman, because he was the biggest asshole, and to everybody, not just to me, but he was just a fucking douche, and he was a fat ass. And it's funny, like, usually fat people are like the big fucking dickheads of like just every group possible, and this guy pissed me off so much. And it was funny because, like, I remember, like, he left. He was in our group, but he left to go to the bathroom or something like that. And I remember either I said something or she said something. But I remember saying something like, "God, that fucking guy, I fucking hate him." Or, you know, like, "I don't like that guy," or "I don't like that kid," or "He's a fucking fat ass," or something like that. And I guess, you know, she thought it was kind of funny, so she was talking with me for a bit. And again, like, we were in a group or whatever. I actually don't remember what she looked like. I barely remember what she looked like. But I remember at the time, like, my brain was like, yeah, I'd fuck her. Well, anyway, you know, my brain kind of works in a weird way. Like, I always assume everything's just a compliment and nothing more. Whenever somebody tells me, like, I look pretty or I look cute, it's always just a compliment. It's nothing more to me. That's it. That's all I just assume it as. But I want it to be more, but my brain tells me, no, it's nothing more. You're just gonna get yourself in trouble. Well, I guess she told me, like, I was pretty cute for a white guy, and I was like, what? The thing is, like, she had, like, a boyfriend at the time, and I always make the joke saying that she was, like, dating, like, Lil Wayne or something like that. I don't know, because, like, there were so many freaking wannabe, you know, rapper black people in our school, and it was just retarded. And not just black people that wanted to be like that. There was a lot of fucking Eminem wannabes as well. A lot of, like, trying to be white. Trying to be a... Excuse me, sorry. Trying to be a fucking, you know, white rapper kind of kid, and our school was just fucking stupid. Well, anyway, like, freaking, yeah, I was like, oh, well, thank you, you know, you're pretty cute yourself, and she's like, oh, thank you. But, you know, it's funny, because, like, I took it as, well, at the time, I was like, oh, God, she actually said that. Does that mean that she thinks I'm cute, or, like, what? I don't know. I'm like, well, I'll just say thank you, because it might just more likely be a compliment. And, again, that's how my brain takes it. This is funny, like, another time, there used to be an... God damn it. Hang on. I'm going to mute the mic real quick. Did I not even mute the mic? Probably not. I'll fix that later. Anyway. So sorry about that, folks. I had to freaking cough that out because, again, like I mentioned earlier, like every fucking morning this happens. My fucking throat gets fucking clogged up and it pisses me off. Anyway, there was an Arby's that used to be up here where I live by right now, and this was back in like 2013 or so. Yeah, I remember the year too. So I'm going up to this Arby's, and I think it was like a Thursday. Yeah, I remember it being a Thursday because I tried to go back up there again on a Thursday to see if she's, you know, was still there the second time to make sure, you know, hey, maybe we can try something. So I get up there, and you know, all of a sudden this girl comes up to me. She's just staring at me, and then I'm like, hello? And she's like, oh, you know, she worked there too. And she's like, well, she's like, your eyes, they shine. I'm like, oh, thank you. And she's like, they're so pretty because they're blue. And I'm like, oh, thank you. I really do appreciate it. And then, you know, like, when she was getting my food ready or whatever, you know, she prepared it, and she's like, I made it all perfect and nice, just for you. I'm like, oh, thank you so much, you know, and have a nice day, man, and all that other stuff. And it's funny because I told my stepbrother Josh, and he said, yeah, she was hitting on you. And I was like, what, really? Well, I mean, that's what it felt like. But again, my brain always works in the sense that even if somebody hits on me or whatever, I just naturally just assume it as a compliment, and that nothing more. And it was funny because, like, just last weekend, when I went to this hayride with my family, and there's another story with that. It was funny because, like, I was hanging out with one of my cousins who, I don't know if I'm her favorite or not, but I don't know. She likes to hang out with us. She's pretty cool. And she was telling me, like, she said I had really nice, pretty eyelashes. And I'm like, oh, you know, thank you. You know, the thing is, like, she's not really technically my cousin anymore, like an ex-cousin kind of thing, but it's still nice, you know, it's like a nice little compliment. I'm like, yeah, but fucking having these long eyelashes suck. And they do. Like, usually people compliment on my eyes. I always feel like they look pretty and stuff like that, and it's like, well, thanks, but, you know, like, if we're gonna fuck, let's get it over with, right? No, I'm just kidding. I think I'm done with trying to find any relationship at all, because it's funny because, like, I never even tried in the first place. I mean, I'll take that back. No, not necessarily. I didn't necessarily not try to do it. It's just that I never had an interest because I was always kind of nervous and scared, and just felt like, I guess, just being alone would be a better idea. And over the years, I finally think I decided that just being alone and doing my future plans, you know, would just be more beneficial to myself than anything else that I can do. So fucking... Oh, the other hayride information, just fuck it. It's pointless to talk about. It's just family issues, pretty much, and just people bitching about it, and that's pretty much... Basically, the gist of it is people who don't even go there want it to stop, and that's stupid. That's fucking pissing me off. What else was I gonna go about? I don't know, like, there was this last time where one of my buddies at work, he said, you know, you should try to go out with this girl, like, she even puts out, you know, and I'm like, well, he's like, yeah, she even fucks on the first date. I'm like, I don't know about that. That's not, he's like, well, man, you know, well, I'm like, well, I can still try to talk to her like a normal fucking person, and I guess somehow either I fuck up or something, or I don't even know. Like, either way, I was talking with some girl, and now it's over, pretty much. So there's that. It's like every damn time that I go to do something at all, like even remotely get anywhere with anybody, it always ends in just complete and utter disaster. And it's funny because, like, when I was 17, I had this, what turned out to be like some 12-year-old girl, like, flirting with me on Facebook, and I was like, alright, no. We are not playing these games. One, I'm like 5 years older than you. I mean, yeah, we're in the same category as a kid, but think about it, like, she'd be 13 at the time that I would be 18. So technically it'd be illegal, of course. Now, the thing is, like, this girl I was talking to, you know, she wasn't exactly 18, but still, it's just like, it's one of those things where you can talk to somebody, but you can't do anything with them. And I'm smarter than I look. I'm not a fucking retard. I'm not gonna go around and go fuck some, like, 15-year-old girl on the internet or whatever, and then it's like, well, there you go. You know, now you're a fucking pedophile, molester, child rapist. You know, and then get thrown in jail for it. It's like, I can talk to people. You know, they can flirt with me all they want because, well, let's admit it, you know, some kids are more mature than other kids and they kind of understand what they're getting at. But, again, like I said, I'm not going to do anything until somebody's actually 18, until I actually realize that somebody's 18. Now, my question is, this is not just a question to women, but this is also a question to men, too. Like, why do you got to lie about your age? Because, like, this girl said that, you know, this was, the 12-year-old one was like, oh, I'm 14, you know. And it turned out she's like 12. I'm like, yeah, you're still a little bit fucking too young. Like, 14 is pushing it, but 12 is definitely like a no-no. That, she kept hitting on my cousin. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, do you really seriously want dick? And she wasn't even good looking in the first place. So, again, It's like a fucking 12-year-old kid, so that's just a different fucking retard-ass story. Let's just say that I've never done anything to anybody. Well, if we're talking about, like, you know, sexually, then, well, there was one time when I was 14, but I was 14 at the time. I was curious about somebody else, and that's what that was. That's all that I can say. It's very embarrassing. It's very just not worth the talk about, but I brought it up to, like, some of my family members, you know, and they joke about it all the time. Of course, they give me shit about it, but I just figured they would anyway. But, you know, what's the point of hiding it? Hiding most of the stuff that I've, you know, stupid shit that I've done. It's just like, why not just tell somebody? You know, just make jokes about it. But I still think about that day, and it's very haunting. And why am I still going on about this? We should be going about Batman. Not really. I think we should be talking about something else. Something different than Batman. Something more interesting than just sitting here listening to me fucking blab on about Scarecrow missions, and I hope I cut out every scene where I die. Please tell me I did that this time. Also, please be careful in these sections. Just like that. I almost fucking died. Well, anyway, just be very patient. You know, don't be so prominent with all this stuff. And I guess if I had to give any advice to, like, kids out there, like my age, like 22 or whatever, like people who've never had a girlfriend yet, like, honestly, what's the point? Because, you know, they're just, if you're gonna try to find somebody, you know, the hard part is the dating thing. I think that might be the hardest part. Well, hell, actually, the hardest part for me so far, the farthest I've ever gotten, was just talking, and even that's pretty fucking hard, because, like, they just seem like they're a lot harder to talk to than they really seem like, unless they're like family. When, like, family members, you know, they've been around you long enough, they've taken your shit long enough, they know how you are. And it was just like I was telling my cousin, you know, it's like, well, she was saying, like, you know, all the sweet people, you know, that she meets, and I'm like, yeah, they're pretty much like your family, aren't they? And she's like, yeah, pretty much. And hell, that's what my aunt said too that day. She's like, yeah, most of the good people that you meet in life, you know, that could, you know, necessarily be relationship material, and tend to be like family members, and there you go, you're fucked. And it's stupid. It's stupid how that works. It's just, it's annoying, because, like, you know, you want to meet somebody nice and caring and good, but then you end up meeting a bitch, or you end up meeting a dick, or you end up meeting, like, a psychopath or something, you know, either side. Even if you're gay, lesbian, doesn't matter. Like, it just seems to me like every time that, even if I meet somebody, they just tend to either lie to me, or they tend to hide something from me. It's like, look, we've all got our little demons, you know, quote unquote. I fucking hate it when people say that shit, where they just, well, it depends on who it is. You know, it's like, if you're somebody who already annoys the fuck out of me, and you already make cringy statements, and you say something like that, it's gonna make me cringe, alright. Well, anyway, like, fucking, I don't know, like, you know, we've all got our little problems and our own little issues in our own little heads, and, you know, that's just gonna happen, you know, I get that, but you have to be very front with people. Like, if you're fucking other guys while you're talking with somebody, or if you're fucking running around and you're fucking a bunch of different chicks, and, you know, the reason why I say guys first, because, well, guess what, I'm a guy, okay? I mean, let's just face the facts here, guys. If you want to fucking call me sexist or whatever, you can go fuck yourself, alright? Well, anyway, like, you know, if you're fucking, like, a bunch of chicks, you know, you're technically still an asshole. Like, if you're dating somebody or talking to, like, somebody, in my eyes, I see you as an asshole. It's like, I think that you should put your I think that you should really put your focus on, like, that one person, but apparently this day and age that doesn't work out. And there actually was, like, this girl I tried to go out with one time, and turned out that wasn't gonna happen. I mean, she was more of a friend, if anything, but it was just like, alright, hey, listen, you know, and I'm kind of glad that it didn't work out, because, well, I'm glad that we didn't do anything, because I probably wouldn't have been able to handle it myself. Just the sheer annoyance of it, and that's all. And I don't know anymore, folks. I don't know why I went on this tangent for like 15 minutes, but I did. This part's rather easy. All you really have to do is just throw a battering at the Titan and knock his ass out, and there you go. You know, again, back on a slight topic here. It's funny, like, every guide video I've been doing so far has just been me rambling and just ranting on about life. And that's pretty much about it. So, if you guys are fine with that, if you don't mind me just talking about just random shit while doing this guide, then, you know, we're all good. Because, like, honestly, this is just hard mode, and that's it. There's nothing else to this. Batman Arkham Asylum's not hard on hard mode at all, and I will admit that. I'm not an idiot. I've said this 1,000 times, but I'll say it again. Well, anyway, folks, that's going to be the end of this episode, and I hope you all enjoyed, and we'll see you all next time when we play some more Batman Arkham Asylum on hard difficulty. And as always, take care, everybody.
To break the minds of everyone in Gotham for 100 years.